Hey, what do you say? Today is the Swypit Show here on the Success Network. And of course, we'd love you to like and share and comment or ask questions or just get a hold of us if you've got questions about credit card processing. But today's show is all about when is it time to switch to Swypit? There you go, right here. What's this little company? Boom, boom, boom. Swypit, baby. Of course, we have been doing the credit card processing thing for over 20 years. And of course, we're a recognized leader in the industry. People are looking for us from all over the country. We've been a referral company for so long, but we do open it up a little every so often for you. Let's see how we can potentially help you. If you've been in business and you are swiping, chipping credit cards and you've had some issues, and we're going to discuss some of those things that you might see and then go, wait a minute, that Kevin guy would swipe it said, I might be looking for this. Well, I'm going to tell you here, check this out. With credit card processing, you may not understand the complexities, but you get like a statement every month and you go, is this all, real? What's the deal with this? What's this line item for? What is it that would be PCI compliance? And you're going, I don't know anything about this. And of course, when you call up, they talk in circles. Your current merchant service provider, they might say something like, "Oh, PCI compliance. Let's get you over to that department." And then you talk to them, and they go, "Well, the payment card industry data standards are that you need to make sure that when the Earth, the sun, the moon, and everything aligns just perfectly, you don't pay that stupid 20, 30, 50, $150 fee." And you're like, wait a minute, how do we get that to get done? And then they send you a link, and then there's all these questions, and you have no idea what those questions are. And you're going, man, this is a pain in the butt. I'm just trying to run my business. Well, that's why people contact us at Swipe It. And guess what happens? We go, we're going to help you understand the complexity of this. At the end of the day, you have to get PCI compliant. I want you to Google right now, or let's hold off 1 second here. If you're using Square, PayPal, QuickBooks, some sort of organization that is got integrated processing, look them up, Google it and say, "Hey, do if I use Square or if I use QuickBooks or whatever company, do I need to be PCI, that's P as in Peter, C as in cat, I as in indigo, PCI compliant?" Because you are paying per month for PCI compliance for the service, because every processor charges it. And if they're not charging you, they've embedded it somewhere, but you are paying for it 100% because that's how all these processors work. So you got to get PCI compliant. But if you're not, there's then going to be another line item that says non PCI compliance fee. And you're going, what is this? $20, $49. I've seen it as high as $195, and that's per month. Let me say that per month. I can't tell you how much it's like a way for you to get the slap in the face to get PCI compliant for sure, but you just never understood it, or you can't get it done, or you don't know how to make it happen, or you're on hold for an hour, or you're in a situation where you're just like, what the heck do I do with this stuff? And I'm going to tell you, we at Swipe It, right here, know how to do that. And we can assist because you've got to do a scan sometimes on your computer. There's these ways, and people are like, well, I mean, I don't need to do this, or somebody told me I don't need to do this. Anyone that you talk to in my industry and they tell you you don't have to do this, you need to fire them like immediately. Because if you have a breach of credit card data at your business, and you're not PCI compliant, the fines are up to a $500,000 per occurrence. And let me tell you something, this will happen. It's inevitable. It's not something that, all of a sudden, you're going to be like, oh, it's never going to happen to me. Well, that's what a lot of merchants think. And guess who you think is really targeted? You think they're really, hitting up Target and Best Buy and all those companies? Well, sure they are. But they make more money, these crooks and thieves and people that are just trying to, if they just got a damn job and made money, all this money and time and energy they spend on trying to defraud us all the time is insane. I'm going to tell you, you need to get PCI compliant. It is important. And if you're not following all of the PCI compliance rules and regulations and you have a breach, you don't even know what to do. You have no idea. And there are people that can help you with that. And we happen to know how to help you with that process. And we've seen it happen to our own clients. And it has nothing to do with us or anything we're doing because there's a process here that needs to take place. Ready for this? Everybody needs to be compliant. So the credit card issuer company, Visa, MasterCard, Amex, Discover, then every banking institution, they all have to be PCI compliant. So that's one group of people got to be PCI. The next group of people are all the credit card processing companies. All these companies that you use, First Data, WorldPay, TSYS, whoever it may be. I don't care who you're using. All of them are compliant. And then the next piece of the puzzle is you. You have to be compliant. And anybody telling you you don't have to be, you need to fire them. I mean, seriously. This is no joke, people. I want to give you information that's going to help you be productive in your business. We have had a client who had a credit card processing breach, and it took 8 months to unwind all of the issues and the problems that took place with that. We helped him through that process. But oh my gosh, can you imagine if you didn't have an expert in the field? Expert, somebody that knows what they're talking about. If you didn't have someone like us that was there to assist you with that process, I mean, I quite honestly don't know how merchants, can get through this. Luckily that merchant wasn't fined and everything was really cool with them and it was really good and we helped them through that process. But when you're looking at, you know, making a change, nobody wants to do a change. I don't want to change stuff. I mean, I'm working with AT&T and DirecTV forever. I get a knock on my door at my house, it's like, "Hey, we see here that you're a DirecTV subscriber, but we notice that you're not, taking advantage of these other things." And I go, "Dude, I'm not switching for anything." You know why I'm not switching? Because it's working. And here I understand that maybe with DirecTV, maybe with, something of that nature where it's a TV, it's a TV show. It's experience, flipping channels, whatever. But my goodness, this is your money. This is your business that you are putting out there for people to potentially defraud, steal, and really could potentially put you out of business. And if you're not working with people that know what the heck they're doing, you can be in a lot of trouble. I suggest always getting a hold of someone at your current organization. And if they can't help you, which there's going to be a lot of steps and policies, procedures, and all this other stuff that you have to do, they're going to make it really hard and it's going to be confusing. Every time that you just go, I don't want to do that, or it's a pain in the butt, that's when you got to get a hold of us. And we're going to help you through that process. And you know what? You might actually put some money back in your pocket because you just didn't know that you're probably paying too much to process credit cards because you just don't know until you actually talk to someone else. Now, there's a bunch of people that'll tell you they don't even look at your stuff. They go, "Oh yeah, we can put money back in your pocket. We'll save you money." Yeah, they're all full of baloney half the time because you wind up switching to them and they turn around and they are making you pay more. So then you've been through that route. You go, "Okay, I've heard Kevin say at Swypit, I should look for these things." And then you don't work with us, but you go, I got a buddy that does this, and then I'll talk to him. And it turns out your buddy's only been there for a few months. He's been in and out of the business quickly. And now what are you left with? The same situation you're in right now. You just are going through the same circle of, okay, well, I probably should have called Swypit and they could have helped me. But, I don't know. I'm just going to work with somebody I know. Well, in some cases, working with somebody you know is good, but you better Google them. I mean, look them up. Find out if they were working at a car dealership last week. How about finding out if they're any knowledge of the business? Question them. How do you go through the process? What's going to make you different through this process? How do you make this a seamless transaction so that I don't have any downtime? Are you providing free credit card processing equipment? Are you providing a free way for me to transition easily? Sometimes you get free stuff and it's the most expensive thing you ever done. But in this case here, our clients, they're telling others going, you need to work with Swypit. You need to work with Swypit. Why do chambers of commerce, why do franchise organizations, why do many large companies work with Swypit? Because we've been around long enough and they did their research. They Googled Swypit and a bunch of stuff pops up and there's nothing negative. They Google maybe me or the representative that they're speaking to, and there's nothing negative. Google the company that you're currently working with and say, whatever the name of the company is, PCI compliance. And that's one way to find out if they're doing a good job on what they're doing, because you probably will see there's a bunch of people that are complaining about the process of working with those people. Here's the problem that I find with PCI compliance in general. And I'm just talking about PCI today. Probably could have did a whole show on PCI, but PCI, there's this few companies that these big processors, they will actually have a contract with them. So you call the processor, they transfer you over to that organization they have a contract with. And where are those people? We don't even know. They don't know who you are. They don't know how you actually work. They're going to ask some general questions. They're trying to make it simple, but they make it way more confusing. You're on hold. It's just not fun. I mean, wouldn't you like to work with a company that's trying to teach you something like Swipe It? I mean, here I am taking time to help you become a better merchant. We're going to teach you things that you just don't know about. And yeah, we're going to tell you the truth about it. What if you had some chargebacks and you were like, why am I getting so many chargebacks? Well, maybe it turns out that you're getting so many chargebacks because maybe your stuff was breached and someone's using credit cards. Yeah, it's just a conundrum. It's like we could go down a rabbit hole talking about many different things that you could actually be doing or not doing in your business. But today, when it comes to making a change, I want you to know we hold your hand through the process. We literally are not going to just hand you off to somebody unless it's your software company, and we integrate with so many different, not so much, so many different organizations. And when we integrate with them, a lot of times they're telling you, oh, you can't use them. Well, you may not be able to actually make the switch. And so that's why they don't even give a rat's ass if you can do your PCI, because they're compliant. Their software is compliant. They've done everything for themselves to be compliant, but they're surely not going to help you. They're just going to pass you off to somebody, and you got to spend hours doing all that stuff. You know, Talking about software as well, one of my biggest pet peeves in this industry is that a lot of software companies lock you in. And then when they lock you in, you pay more for processing fees. Yeah, it's seamless, integrated. Oh yeah, woo wee. Yeah, my employees aren't making any more mistakes and pressing the wrong buttons. Well, if you're working with a company that's helping you get PCI compliant, if you're working with a company that's helping you with understanding how your chargebacks are happening, if you're working with a company that doesn't lock you into a software integration that we're not paying them monies to, because that's how that works. A lot of these software companies sign you up. Oh, yeah, it's going to be seamless. We work with this company, la, 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 la. They're never bringing up PCI compliance. And that software company is surely not going to help you with your PCI. They literally will just say, call the company and they'll help you. Again, non-PCI. Then you're like, well, I'm paying more for processing. I'm not PCI compliant and I'm integrated and I can never switch. And you're like, this was maybe good because maybe my employees don't have to, you know, put that number over here and, put it in there. But a lot of these companies, all that stuff still stays the same. Just get a credit card machine sitting there. Put some money back in your pocket. We've got some really smart business owners out there that have worked with us for many years and understand that integration directly into software can cause you a lot of grief. And what if you want to ask questions about your processor? I mean, they always go, "Oh, we guarantee to match whatever rates you have now." Yeah, maybe for a week, and then they can change it to whatever they want. Here's some pain, right? Pain is what you get when you don't know the ins and outs of what you're looking at on your current merchant service statement. It's so important to be paying attention to your bottom line, right? And if you just don't care, well, then just, keep paying 6%, aggregate. Everybody always will say, well, I want to switch to you, but what's your rate? What's your rate? What's your rate? Well, you could have a target in this part of a city, and you can have a target in this part of the city. And they could be doing the exact volume of credit cards every month, but they will have different fees paid because of the demographics of where they're at and the card types they receive. There are so many factors that really play into when you pay fees to process credit cards. The interchange rates, I publish them on our website. And if you were to go to swypit.com, that's S as in Sam, WYP as in Paul, IT.com, click on the FAQ, Frank Adam Quick, FAQ, and then you'll see at the top, it actually shows that we're able to publish the actual rates for interchange. So if you ever have questions, you can always go back and see the actual published rates. They go up and down, they change, but we can, really do a lot of different things for you in your business. And we really want to see you be successful. We want to keep you as a client forever. One of the things that we do as an organization is we are a company that gives back to military professionals, and we really like the space of Folds of Honor and the American Fallen Soldiers Project that deal with families of fallen soldiers. And this evening, we're going to have an event that we're going to for one of our clients that they actually give to both those organizations. And we process their credit cards, making sure that they're as profitable as they can be. And we've been doing that for many, many years. One of the things I do is something, it's called the challenge coin. You may have seen these if you're a military professional. And this particular coin is a kind of a double spinner. It's kind of cool looking. So it's got the World Trade Centers and back the blue and American flag on it. And of course, it's got the branches of the government. You could see that on there. And of course, I've put on there, we will never forget 9/11. And so it's just a little coin there. The other side is promoting my company a little bit, but it says in the corner over here, if you're receiving this coin, thank you for your service. And we appreciate our veterans, and I'm excited to be there this evening. It's going to be a great time. So I'll post some pics from that as well. And that's really it for, when, why you would want to switch to Swypit. When you're ready to work with a professional organization, give us a ring. You can reach us at 877-379-9748. And of course, you can always go to swypit.com, SWYPIT.com, and or you can like, share, comment, whatever you want to do. Maybe you want to just like it and share it to others. Maybe you want us to be there for you. We will do whatever we can to help you. We don't care what kind of business you are. We're going to take care of you no matter what. So, of course, I'm Kevin. I'm with Swypit. This is the Swypit Show on the Success Network. And, of course, remember to do what you want when you want. Brian, take us out.